Welcome back. This is Pack Ripper Johnny, and today I won't be ripping open any packs of baseball cards, but I will be ripping open this box that I received from CGC as I submitted 10 comics to be graded, and very excited for this and anxious to see the results here. While I've collected comic books since the 1980s, this is the first time I've actually submitted books to CGC to get graded. Of course, I've bought slabs that were already graded and so on, but this is the first actual submission here. So I'll start working on getting this box open here. And a couple things about this. These books, I used a pressing service, the Palm Beach comic presser. He pressed and cleaned all these books here, and I was very satisfied, at least so far, with the service he provided. And one of the best things about his service is that he has a pre-screen for like $2.50. He pre-screens the comic books to send him and assesses the current grade and the potential grades that those books may receive after pressing. And that's pretty useful for a person like me, well, a dummy like me that doesn't really know how to grade comic books that well, though I think I'm getting a little bit better so far based on this experience so far in the notes that were provided by the Palm Beach comic presser. I sent in 20 books, and 10 of those I decided not to get graded because it really wasn't going to be worth it. So that did save me a lot of heartache right there. And then these are the other 10 that I submitted to be graded. And I hired the Palm Beach comic presser. I watched some videos of Moneyball Comics, and he has some nice videos that review various pressers, and ultimately came to the conclusion that the Palm Beach comic presser would be probably the best choice for me. And again, so far I'm very satisfied with the service. Great communication and updates, and very detailed notes on grades before pressing, potential grades, and so on. That's very helpful to a guy like me. So let's get started here, and I'm going to start with let's see here, like a G.I. Joe #1, and getting it out of the box here. And this G.I. Joe #1, it's a Newsstand here, Newsstand edition. And G.I. Joe's basically the main thing that I collect nowadays. G.I. Joe comics almost solely. And this one I've had, almost all these comics books I've had a long time, with the exception of maybe one or two here. And this book, the initial assessment from the Palm Beach comic presser was that this was a 9.0, and that there was a bottom spine corner impact dent seen from back only, slight soiling, spine ticks, copy looks better, but dent hurts grades. So the initial assessment was a 9.0, but he thought it could be improved to a 9.4 minus or so. So I did have him go ahead and press this, obviously, and it was submitted here. So again, the potential expected grade here is 9.4, and not really expecting many or any 9.8 grades in this submission here. There's maybe one book. So, I think, it's good to, he also did a good job of managing my expectations here on what to expect. So, this book here, it looks really nice from the front cover and so on. Pretty clean here. But again, he noticed that damage on the bottom right, bottom spine corner on the back. So anyway, we'll let's see what the grade is here, and hope we get at least a 9.4 on this book. So okay, great, that's awesome. 9.6 on this one. Extremely happy with that, and a great start to this submission here. And the next one is also a G.I. Joe #1, and this one is a direct edition here, and going over the notes on this one here. It was relatively similar condition. Spine creases front and back, light soiling, spine bindery tears, slight tanning of back edges, light crease on corner. Grade before pressing 9.0, potential grade 9.4 approximately. So again, I had to move forward with that. This book, yeah, it wasn't quite as clean as the one we just looked at here. So let's see what CGC thought about this book here. So, yep, 9.4. So, yep, the assessment was right on there on the potential grade. But very happy with this one also here. And now we got a G.I. Joe #2 here, which is one of my personal favorite books. And it's also in a newsstand here again. We've got a newsstand on this one. This book I did pick up more recently than the other books. This book was a pickup in the last year or so. Again, one of my favorite books. This book was a lot harder to get back in the day when G.I. Joe was really popular in the 1980s. A lot lower production on this one. Feels like it's a little bit crooked in that holder or something. Have to see about that. But this book, initial assessment was about a 8.5. Sticky substance on back corner seems to be removable with some work, but small section on black ink may not be able to be removed. Soiling, rolled edges and corners, chips on back spine corners, and color break spine ticks. Potential grade was 9.4. Yeah, Palm Beach Comic Presser was able to remove some of that sticky substance, which I do not know where it came from, but anyway, let's see here what we got here. So G.I. Joe #2 newsstand, looking at a 9.4 here. So yep, that was right on again there with the assessment. So again, that front cover looks a little shifted, is a little bit bothering me there, but we'll have to see if I can shake that around. I'm not sure, but anyway, I'm pretty happy with the grade on that one too. And we'll keep going. Again, all these books, a lot of these books virtually all these are from the 1980s, and got quite a few G.I. Joes in here. Here's a G.I. Joe #21. This is a newsstand also. G.I. Joe 21 was actually the first comic book that I ever bought in the 1980s. I still have that book somewhere around here, but this was not the copy. The original copy that I bought from the 1980s is well worn down, but I'm happy that I still have it around. And this book, the notes from Palm Beach Comic Presser were initial current grade is 8.5, tiny torn corner bottom right, faded color covers, impact dent bottom spine, modern soiling, edging back bottom edge. So the potential grade was 9.2 plus, and so of course I had him press that one also. And after that, the main thing is on this bottom right, there's a tiny like torn corner there. Otherwise, at least to me, it looks like a very clean book, but just unfortunately on the bottom right had that little tiny torn corner there. So let's see here. So again, the potential grade was after pressing, the potential grade got moved up to 9.2 or 9.4. So I guess we'll hope for 9.4 here and see what happens. And there we go. We got the 9.4 on it. So things, you know, going pretty well as expected here, or a little bit more favorable than expected. So definitely definitely happy with the results so far. And the next one is the last G.I. Joe book in this submission here. And it happens to be the last of the original Marvel run, G.I. Joe 155. Love this cover on this one here. And the Palm Beach Comic Presser assessment of this book was current grade 8.0. It had a top outside corner creased with color loss, on back at crease, slightly rounding the spine corners, stacked crease. 9.0 max was the assessment of the potential grade there. And he did show me pictures of that crease before and after, and he did a nice job on it. You know, big improvement on that. So that's great here. So again, we're looking at a potential grade of a 9.0 here. So we'll see what happens here on this one. And it ends up being a 9.2 here. So that's great. So again, everything is pretty much as expected, with a little bit on the high end of the grades. So, you know, we may have a little bit of a generous grader here, so which I will gladly accept. So next, we can move on to that's 2 Star Wars comics that I submitted. One here is from 1997, I think. This was like a Star Wars Dark Horse Special Edition book, and you know, the cover, I really like the cover on this one here. I don't think this book has a lot of, you know, great value or anything like that, but it looked like a pretty clean book to me, and it, of course, it was a lot newer than those ones from the 1980s we just looked at. And again, I like the cover on it. So the notes from the Palm Beach Comic Presser, initial assessment was 9.4 minus, 3 spine creases on back with facetine, light creases on front cover at top left, removable. Crease lines at bottom right corner can be improved, but unlikely to be completely removed. And thick cover material does not improve very much. So, so he did press this, and expectation was improvement to about a 9.6 here. There's 2 ticks on the back spine. There still, in a small indent in the front cover. You know, maximum improvement obtained, 9.6 likely, but small chance of 9.8 here. So let's see what CGC thinks about this book here. So we've got Star Wars Special Edition #1 here, and it's a 9.6, as was pretty much expected. Okay, and then another Star Wars book here, which is a much older one. And this book I had a long time. This is Star Wars #4 here, back from 1977, I think. And this book, you know, it had a lot of wear. I think original assessment was 7.5 to 8.0. Corner creases bottom right, spine creases with color loss on front and back, corner wear, moderate soiling. I mean, this book, it had a lot of wear on it. So, you know, this was more of a, you know, partly an experiment, so I can learn better what can be improved, what can't be. But Palm Beach Comic Presser, he thought he could get this book up to a 9 or 9.2 or so after working on it here. And it does here look very much improved here. So it does look a lot cleaner. It had a lot of creases and stuff like that. So it is a much cleaner looking book here. So anyway, let's see if CGC, what they think about it. So the CGC grade is 8.5 on this one. So a little bit lower. Doesn't necessarily shock me on this book here. Came in 8.5 there. Still not terrible. Would have been nice if it could have got that 9.0, but not horrible. So Okay, and then down to the last 3 books here. This book here, I actually bought off the newsstand, one of those spinner racks back in 1986 myself, at like a drugstore or 7-Eleven or something like that. So I've had this book, ever since it was released here. Definitely had some wear on it, though a little bit of a minor miracle. It's still in the condition that it was. And this one, the initial assessment before pressing was 7.5 approximately, so pretty low. And creased bottom right corners, spine creases, rough cuts of interior page corners, manufacturing defect, and soiling. And Palm Beach Comics presser, he thought he could get it to 8.5 plus originally. Then he pressed it, and then his potential grade assessment was 8.5 to 9. As there was still a faint crease line bottom right corner, spine creases, spine corner, rare rough cuts of interior pages, that manufacturing defect there. So, but just looking at this book, yeah, he definitely cleaned it up. And again, this one is a newsstand here, of course. So let's see, 8.5 to 9 was the potential grade here, and wow, it got a 9.4. So that was nice, a little bit of a gift there from the grader potentially, but very happy with that. A lot of these books have personal attachment to me, of course, so since I've owned them so long. Okay, and then now we'll final 2 books here, which should be fun. We got 2 of the same book here, Secret Wars number 8, newsstand here. And the original, the grade before pressing from Palm Beach Comic Presser was on this one. Yeah, this book had a really massive spine roll. It had it be, whoever owned it before, didn't take greatest care of it, but it had a massive spine roll on it. Current grade assessment was 8.5 or 8, and so the notes were significant spine roll, repairable, spine corner wear, not repairable, light soiling and light tanning on back. So again, the current grade was 8.5 to 8, and the potential grade was 9.4. So that's pretty big potential improvement there. And again, it just had after pressing it, it only had spine corner wear, not repairable, and light tanning on back, with again the potential grade of 9.4. And wow, I'm very shocked to hear. So we got a 9.8. So that's my first 9.8 here, and that's a pretty great book to get it on. So yeah, that's pretty exciting here. Again, 9.8 on the Secret Wars number 8 newsstand here. So that's a huge improvement from 8.5 to 8.0 to 9.8. Probably a little bit of a generous grading going on here too, but again, I'll gladly take it. Maybe they're being generous for my first time submission here. So okay, and then I got one more of these, and again, it is Secret Wars number 8 in the newsstand here. And this one was in definitely nicer shape than the one we just looked at. So this one, the initial assessment was 9.4 minus, stacking crease, light tanning on back edge, light soiling, and the potential grade was to improve to 9.6 to 9.8. And this one, yeah, after it was pressed, it was the notes were light tanning on back edge, 9.8 possible. So we'll see here if they were if they gave 9.8 on the last one. It seems like they should give at least 9.8 on this one, and yeah, they did. So not much I can say about it's probably all downhill from here, but pretty exciting to get 2 of these in 9.8 here. Secret Wars #8. So, you know, this was a pretty enjoyable process, you know, when you get grades you're expected to get, and get a couple 9.8s. And, you know, again, nice job by the Palm Beach Comic Presser on pressing these books. I mean, the results speak for themselves. I mean, the book before this, I mean, went from an 8.5 or 8 to a 9.8. I mean, that's a pretty incredible improvement there. And so, you know, based on this experience, I would highly recommend them. And, you know, I will probably be, you know, digging through and finding some more books to see what else I got out there. But thanks for watching here. Hope this was informative. And I'll see you later.